Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, students. Yes, very good morning. Yes, I'll be going to complete social today. Okay, and after that, I'm going to start up with science and then mathematics. Done? Good. Okay. Good morning, one and all who all are present here, and welcome to Evershine Coaching Center and Shah Sir classes. I am Shah Faisal here. It's my pleasure to help you all students at this moment. So my dear students, already we have done the final round revision of social science 2021 part 1 and part 2. We have done it. Still, if you have not watched that video, please go to the YouTube live section in the playlist. Okay, YouTube live, there is one option, YouTube live. Okay, in that live classes you can just watch our first and second part of final social revision, and today I'm going to start part 3. Okay, so make sure that students, we are going to cover your entire syllabus. We are going to analyze each and every chapter, and also I am going to suggest to you which are the type of questions you may get. Okay, and which are the areas you need to concentrate. Is this clear? Good. In the previous class we have discussed the geography part. I hope till India water resources. We have done till India water resources, and today we are going to start up with the chapter India land resources. Okay, without wasting much time, let me proceed further. My dear students, still if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do subscribe it, Shah Sir classes, and share this video with your all friends as much as possible. Good. Today we are going to study India land resources. Okay, today we are going to study the chapter India, Land, Resources. My dear students, okay, as you can see here in this chapter, Shafia, if the screen is blur, so you can go to your settings. You can see there is a 3 dots on your screen, top right hand side. You click that. In that screen resolution, you can change it to either 270 or 360 or 720. I think it will be under 240. I hope so. You can change it to 360. Just change your screen resolution settings. Okay, let me start the first question. Now, my dear students, what is land use? What is land use? What do you mean by land use? This could be your question. Okay, what is land use? Can you tell me? What is land use? Yes, what is land use? See children, the distribution of land for different uses. The distribution of land for different uses. We are distributing the land, okay? The distribution of land for different uses such as forestry, cultivation, pastures, etc. is called land use. Is called land use. We are distributing the land for different uses. Are you getting my point? That is called as land use. So this is your first question. And next, what will be the next question? What is fallow land? What is fallow land? What do you mean by fallow land? See children, fallow land refers to the land which is not used for cultivation. The land which is not used for cultivation is called fallow land. Are you getting my point? You understood now what is fallow land? Yes. Fallow land means we cannot use it for cultivation. It is called as fallow land. Any doubts? Understood what is land use and what is fallow land? Very good. Next question. Next question number 3. What is agriculture? What is agriculture? Agriculture means what? Simple. Tilting of the soil for raising food crops and raw materials needed by human beings is called agriculture. Are you getting children? What we are doing here? Tilling of the soil. We are tilling the soil. Okay. For what purpose we are tilling the soil? For raising food crops. For raising food crops and raw materials needed by human beings. Tilling of the soil, we are removing the soil, right, for raising the food crops and raw materials needed by human beings. That is called as agriculture. Any doubts? And I want the reply from you all. Okay, students, be active. This is your final revision. Today what you are going to study, your social science, that is your final, because again you may not get the time. Today at any cost, between the before half of this day, you have to complete your social first, and then you can start with your science, and later on you can start with your mathematics. Only 2 days are left out for your final board exam. Today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Today half day you can complete your social, and after half a day till the night you can complete your science, and tomorrow complete session you can keep it for your social science. For your mathematics. So please have a proper timetable for your study plan. Okay. Next question. Number 4. Question number 4. What is subsistence farming? What is subsistence farming? Can you define what is subsistence farming? Can you define this, students? What is subsistence farming? Yeah. Good. I want the reply from your end. What do you mean by subsistence farming? Yes, students, come on, reply it. I want the reply from your end. You should know what is subsistence farming. Very good, Surya. Others, can I get a reply? See, children, subsistence farming is nothing but the production of crops is consumed almost by the farmer and his family. See, children, what farmer is cultivating the crops, the production of the crops, the total crops, what they are doing, their farmers itself is consuming for his family, leaving only a small portion for sale. Okay, that is called as subsistence farming. The production of crops is consumed, let me say, almost by the farmer, is consumed almost by the farmer and his family. Understood? Leaving only a small portion, for sale. That is known as subsistence farming. Understood? Whichever the crops he has grown, he is using for his family, and a small portion he is going to sell it. That is known as subsistence farming. Next, question number 5. Now, can you define the types of subsistence farming? Can you name them? What types of subsistence farming? Different types of subsistence farming. Very good. We have 2 types. Number 1, shifting subsistence farming. And second is sedentary subsistence farming. One is shifting, the second is sedentary subsistence farming. So these are the different types of subsistence farming. Okay, now can you tell me what is shifting subsistence farming? What is shifting subsistence farming? Okay, can you define? Say, children, very simple. It is a type of agriculture in which a patch of forest is cleaned and burnt to be cultivated for a few years until the fertility of the soil is reduced. That is known as shifting subsistence farming. Understood? What we are doing? We are using a patch of forest is cleared and burnt to be cultivated for few years, until the fertility of the soil is reduced. Until the fertility of the soil is reduced. That is known as shifting farming or shifting subsistence farming. Understood? You got the point? What do you mean by shifting subsistence farming? That is, a patch of forest is cleared and burnt to be cultivated for few years until the fertility of the soil is reduced. Next is, what is sedentary subsistence farming or sedentary farming? Simple. Cultivation of land at a fixed location. Cultivation of land at a fixed location instead of shifting from one place to another place. Instead of shifting from one place to another place, that is known as sedentary subsistence farming. Here key word is what? Shifting and sedentary. In shifting we are going to change the location, but in sedentary we are not going to change the location. Is this clear? Yes, it is a fixed location. Very good. I hope you have understood the difference between shifting and sedentary farming. Next question, number 6. Next question number 6. Can you tell me what is intensive farming? What is intensive farming? Intensive farming, simple. So it is a method of farming in which a large amount of capital and labor are applied per unit area of the land. It is called intensive farming. What we are doing, students, in intensive farming, it is a method of farming in which a large amount of capital and labor are applied or are invested. Okay, large amount of capital and labor are applied per unit of land. Per unit of land is called intensive farming. It is called as intensive farming. Similarly, what is commercial farming? What do you mean by commercial farming? See how much interesting these topics are, right? Good. Can you define what is commercial farming? Simple. Crops are grown for the market. Crops what we are growing, okay, for selling purpose. That is, crops are grown for the market is known as commercial farming. Next, what is mixed farming? What is mixed farming? Can you define it? Simple. Mixed farming is nothing but agriculture involving the cultivation of crops and livestock rearing is known as mixed farming. Are you getting, children? That is agriculture involving the cultivation of crops and livestock rearing is known as mixed farming. Next, what do you mean by plantation farming? What is plantation farming? Can you define it? Can you define what is plantation farming? Very good. So plantation farming means it refers to the cultivation of single crop on large estates for the market, is known as plantation farming. Plantation farming means cultivation of single crop, cultivation of single crop on large estates, for the market, is known as plantation farming. What is dry farming? What do you mean by dry farming? Simple. It is a method of farming carried on in areas which receives scanty rainfall and where irrigation is either absent or limited, is called as dry farming. What is dry farming? It is a type of farming, or it is a method of farming carried on the areas, okay, on which type of areas we are going to concentrate. So the areas which receives scanty rainfall, and you can say that, and where irrigation is difficult, okay, where irrigation is either limited or absent, is called as dry farming. It is called as dry farming. Is this clear? Children, I think it's a recall for you all about the entire chapter. Okay, please go through this and also complete the related information regarding this chapter. Okay, so that is more than sufficient to complete the revision of your social science. Okay, next, coming back to the next question, number 11. Now, what is humate farming? What do you mean by humate farming? Simple. See, children, it refers to the cultivation of crops in which areas are in the areas which receives sufficient rainfall. Crops are grown without the help of irrigation. It is called as humate farming. Humate farming is nothing but cultivation of crops in the areas which receives sufficient rainfall, and crops are grown, very important, crops are grown without the help of irrigation, is known as humate farming. Understood, children? Are you understanding the different types of farmings? Right? Yes. Concepts are clear? Students, is the concepts are clear for you all? Yes, very good morning. Students, are you understanding the class? Okay. Next question, number 12. What is irrigation farming? What is irrigation farming? Simple. A method of farming under which crops are grown with the help of irrigation. A method of farming in which crops are grown with the help of irrigation. Crops are grown with the help of irrigation, hence it is known as irrigation farming. Understood? So my dear students, I hope you have understood the different types of farmings. Now we come back to the next topic. We are going to come to the next topic about seasons. Okay, let me study something which is related to seasons. First, what do you mean by crop season? What is crop season? What is crop season? Simple. See children, the production of area under different crops at a particular period of time is known as crop season. What is crop season? The proportion of area under different crops at a particular period of time. At a particular period of time is known as crop season. We are the production of area, the proportion of area under different crops at a particular period of time is known as crop season. Now let me discuss the types of crop seasons. Okay, what is Zaid crop season? What do you mean by Zaid crop season? Yes, can you tell me? Students, I want your concentration should be towards the class. I don't want unnecessarily you need to chat with any other things in this group. Okay, only 2 days are left out for your exam. Kindly concentrate towards the class and make sure that you are going to understand each and every line what I am going to explain here. Got it? Good. What is Zaid crop season? Simple. Zaid crop season means the crops are grown in between the Kharif and Rabi crops. The crops which are grown, okay, in between Kharif and Rabi crops is known as Zaid crop season. Similarly, what is Kharif crop season? What is Kharif crop season? Simple. The crops grown during rainy season, the crops which are grown during rainy season are called as Kharif crops. The crops which are grown during rainy season is known as Kharif crops. Similarly, the next question is, what is Rabi crop season? What is Rabi crop season? Simple. The sowing takes place in October to November when the northeast monsoon begins and are harvested in February March. This is known as Rabi crop season. Okay, if you want I will write it. The sowing takes place in October to November when the northeast monsoon begins and harvested in February to March is known as Rabi crop season. Understood? Yes, Ayan. After social we are going to start up with science revision and then we will be going with mathematics revision. So in these 2 days, I'm most probably till your Sunday, till tomorrow, we are going to complete your all the 3 subjects, all chapters revisions. Okay. Yes. Is this clear? Good. Understood the different types of seasons? Okay. Now, let me study the next topic. Okay. What are food crops? What are food crops? And you can give some examples for that. Can you tell me what are food crops? The crops which are grown to provide food for people are called as food crops. The crops which are grown to provide food for the living beings or for the people are called as food crops. Example: rice, wheat, jowar, etc. Okay. Next, question number 18. What are commercial crops? What are commercial crops? Umar, after this you no need to study your textbook. After watching this complete session, I will be highlighting some areas. Only those areas you need to study with your textbook. Or you can open your classwork, also you can study from that. Okay. Good. What are commercial crops? A crop that is grown for sale. The crop which is grown for sale. The crops which is grown for sale, that is known as commercial crop. Example: sugarcane. Cotton, tobacco, oil seeds, like that. Okay, these all are called as commercial crops. Next question is, can you name which is the most important food crop of India? Can you tell me which is the important food crop of India? Which is the important food crop of India? Yes. Which is the important food crop of India? Yes. Are you sure? Very good. The important food crop of India is rice. Is rice. Similarly, next question. Can you tell me which is the largest producer of rice in the country? Largest producer of rice in India? Yes. Which is the largest producer of rice in the country? Very good, very good. The largest producer of rice in the country is West Bengal. Very good. Next question. Which is the largest producer of wheat in the world? Wheat in the world. Which is the largest producer of wheat in the world? In the world I am asking, not in India, in the world. Which is the largest producer of wheat in the world? Very good. Answer is China. Largest producer of wheat in the world is China. Next, question number 22. Which is the largest producer of sugar cane in the world? Which is the largest producer of sugar cane in the world? Very good. Brazil. Next, what is fiber crop? What do you mean by fiber crop? The crops which provide raw materials for textile industries. The crops which produce raw materials for textile industries are called as fiber crops. Can you tell me the most important fiber crop of India? Important fiber crop of India? Yes. Very good. The important fiber crop of India is cotton and jute. Is cotton and jute. So these are the important fiber crops of India. Can you tell me what are beverage crops? What are beverage crops? Simple. The crops which are used to produce stimulating drinks. The crops which are used to produce stimulating drinks are known as beverage crops. Next, which are the most important beverage crops of India? Important beverage crops of India. Yes, very good. The most important beverage crop of India is coffee and tea. Is coffee and tea, or tea and coffee. Very good. Next question. Which is the largest producer of the tea in the world? Largest producer of tea in the world? Very good. Answer is China. Understood? Next, question number 28. What is horticulture? Very, very, very important question. What is horticulture? Can you define it? See children, the intensive cultivation of fruit, vegetables, flower, medicinal and aromatic plants is known as horticulture. The intensive cultivation of fruits, vegetables, flowers. Are you getting, children? Medicinal and aromatic plants are called as horticulture. Similarly, what is floriculture? Simple. The cultivation of flowers for commercial purposes. For commercial purposes is known as floriculture. Similarly, next question. What is meant by land use pattern? Or what is land use pattern? Or what do you mean by land use pattern? Simple. The distribution of land for different uses such as forestry, cultivation, pastures, etc. is called as land use pattern. Any doubts? Is this clear? Yeah. Can you name some fiber crops? Can you name some fiber crops? Can you give the example? Cotton and jute. Very good. Cotton and jute. Next, which state is the largest producer of in India? We have already done it, right? West Bengal. Very good. What are the uses of non-agricultural land? What are the uses of non-agricultural land? What are the uses of non-agricultural land? The land which is not used for agriculture. What we are going to do with such type of land? Human settlements, roads, railways, canals. Okay, we are going to use this for this purpose. Human settlements will be done. Human settlements, roads, railways, etc. Okay. Next, which crops are grown during rainy season? Which crops are grown during rainy season? Answer is rice, jowar, ragi, cotton, groundnuts, tobacco. Which crops are grown during rainy season? That is your rice, jowar, ragi, cotton, groundnuts, tobacco. Done. Similarly, which state is largest producer of wheat in India? Wheat in India. I am not asking about the world. World is China. But in India, which state is the largest producer of wheat in India? Very good. Uttar Pradesh, UP. Uttar Pradesh. Children, this is the end of this chapter. India, land, resources. Is this clear? Is the concepts are clear? Very good. My dear students, now I am going to give you some other topics which you want to concentrate. Okay, let's see which are the other areas apart from the things what we have discussed you need to concentrate. See here. First is you should know the difference between Kharif crop and Rabi crop season. Please study this question and answer from your classwork or even from your textbook. Understood? Understood, students, what I am telling? So first you want to study the difference between Kharif crop season and Rabi crop season. This is the first question. Next, children, just briefly go through this, and it is very important question for your purpose of exam. You should know the condition. Okay, so what are the conditions required for the cultivation of sugarcane? You should know. Okay, they may give you some options in this like A, B, C, D. Before that they will give you sub options like option 1, option 2, option 3. In option A they may say that option 1 and option 2 is right. In option B they may say option 2 and option 3 are correct. Like that they may give you the options for this type of questions. Okay, so be careful. They may ask you the conditions required for sugarcane cultivation and conditions which is required for cotton cultivation, tea cultivation, tobacco cultivation, tobacco. Are you getting? Yes. So these are the different things which you have to study. You should know the conditions. In which condition we are going to grow these things. Okay. Next, you should know little bit about your horticulture. You should know about little bit about your horticulture, and also you should know the importance of agriculture. You should know the importance of agriculture in India. Understood? And types of agriculture methods already we have done. Crop seasons also we have done. And also you should know the classification of land use. You should know about the classification of land use. Can you tell me? Can you mention the classification of land use? Let me to say net area sown, forest area, land not available for cultivation, fallow land, cultivable waste, permanent pasture and other grazing land, land under miscellaneous uses. So these are the classification of land use. Is this clear? Understood? Very good. And you should know the factors which affects the cropping pattern or land use. Factors which affects the, you should know about the factors which affects cropping pattern which affects cropping pattern or land use. You should know about this. Is this clear? And students, you can add one more here about your rice. Okay, so what are the conditions required for rice cultivation, and even you can take about wheat cultivation also, and something you can relate it to horticulture and horticulture you can study. Is this clear? Very good. Now my dear students, one thing you should know, how has agriculture helped in the development of secondary and tertiary sectors? How agriculture helped in the development of secondary and tertiary sectors? You need to study about this. So this is the end of your chapter, India Land Resources. I hope the concepts are clear for you all. Understood? Understood, students? Very good. So I hope we have covered each and everything which is related to India land resources. Okay, my dear students, if you have liked this class, you should not forget to click the like button, and after watching every session, please in the comment box you can comment how was this class and what are the benefits you have got from these classes. Okay, you can just try to explain your views in the comment section. Understood? Okay, now we are going to start up with the next new chapter, Indian Transport and Communication. Indian Transport and Communication. We are going to study that chapter. Children's, India Land Resources is very important chapter where you can expect more number of marks in the entire geography. Around 4 marks you can score only from India Land Resources. From this chapter you can expect around 4 marks. Is this clear? Understood? Understood? Okay. Now let me proceed for Indian Transport and Communication. Children, before going to that chapter, I just want you have to do one more important thing here, that is, now it is around 8 a.m. So I'll be going to give you half an hour break. 30 minutes break will be given to you all. What you are supposed to do is, same chapter what we have done now, I want you have to complete now itself your revision. In the next 30 minutes, the areas which I have highlighted here, please go through those all areas and complete your revision here itself. Okay, I just want you people to understand the things what I have explained, and also you should finish up your revision simultaneously at the same time. So don't worry, by today and tomorrow I'll be conducting full session in which I'll be giving time for you people also to study, and also I am going to teach you also. Both simultaneously we can do it. Understood? Understood, students, what I am saying? We are going to meet up at 8:30 a.m. After half an hour again we rejoin to the class and we continue with the class. So what I need to do, what I want you have to do is, please go through with the points what I have suggested here, and also through the areas which I have explained you all now. Complete revision now itself. Again, you should not have a second opinion to sit and study for your upcoming board exam. Today only you have to complete it. Thank you, children. Wish you all the best of luck. Take care. And do not forget to comment below how was this class. Okay. And still if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel Shah Sir Classes, do subscribe it, and at 8:30 a.m. make sure that even your other friends also are going to join for this class and utilize the opportunity to learn with Shah Faisal Sir. Yes, I'm going to complete your entire social, history, geography, economics, political science, business study, everything, each and every chapter we are going to study here. And also I'm giving time for you people also to study same time. Okay. Okay students. Take care. We are going to meet at 8:30. Till that time I want you have to complete your revision of this chapter and also the previous chapters which we have discussed. Still if you have not yet completed those chapters. Take care. Bye. Yes, we are going to cover your entire mathematics, all chapters, science, all chapters, and even social science, all chapters. Each and every chapter we are going to study and we are going to discuss. Don't worry. Take care. Do not forget to comment, because your comments are very precious and very important, so that we will understand what we can do better for you people only by observing your comment section. For that reason we ask you people to comment. Take care.